So today we're going to have a little bit more of a fun show. A little bit more, comical and at the same time educational, making fun of us while educating you. So here in South Florida, most of our clientele is Hispanic.
Yep.
And you've probably had this happen to you. Your realtor, you're having a conversation with your realtor and he says, or she says, you need your EMD before you can apply to the HOA before your DD expires.
Like what?
What? So if you're with your parents, which you probably will be if you're Hispanic, you're going to bring along your tío, your tía, and abuela. And they're all going to be involved in that conversation.
And look at you like, what?
So you're going to look over to your mom. She's looking over to your dad, and they're asking, ¿Qué dijo?
¿Qué fue eso de DD, de HOA?
So your dad says, no sé. Yo creo que están hablando en lengua para echarnos brujería. Porque para comprar esta casa. And, it's just, I know a lot of us use lingo that you guys don't understand.
It just comes naturally to us, right? But we have to understand that not everyone knows what these acronyms stand for.
Correct.
So realtors we have developed our own language, really, to make all those long homeowners association, HOA, shorter.
Yeah, because it's a lot of words.
Yeah, we don't mean to. It's not brujería. But it just happens,
right.
It's spend enough time in real estate and eventually you stop saying the actual words. And everything becomes initials.
Yeah, lawyers do it too. I remember when I used to work at the law firm, everything was an acronym. And when you write, you use it. And a lot of people are like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, like what is this?
Especially if you're talking to somebody outside the legal world or the real estate world.
You lose them.
Yeah. So today we're translating realtor into English. So because if you've nodded, like you're pretending like you know what we're talking about, if you had Hispanic family members in the background whispering, trying to figure out what everyone's saying, this episode is for you.
So here's a fun game since we have a mini bar in the studio.
Ooh, we're gonna drink?
Well, I can't clearly,
well,
but maybe you
true.
could. Every time we say an acronym, we take a drink.
Oh, good.
Okay. Actually, don't. You won't make it past the inspection.
Yeah,
period.
I didn't think so. Especially.
Yeah.
So the first one is CTL. When buyers hear that, they think it's a medical condition. I've been diagnosed with CTL. No, sir. You just rented an apartment. That's what you did. CTL stands for contract to lease. It's simply a contract or a form that you sign when you're renting a property before the actual lease is prepared. That's all it is.
Right. Now let's talk about the biggest lie in real estate. 3 little letters. TLC.
Ooh. I know people love that word. So when realtors write TLC, it's short for tender loving care.
Yes.
Right? But what buyers usually imagine is maybe it needs a little paint. Not really.
No.
The house has been surviving entirely on prayers since 1982.
Oh my God.
So, but people hear as well.
Yeah.
And they immediately panic. They think, well, they're buying a haunted house or something.
Yeah.
But no, we're just buying a house that the seller isn't promising to replace every single little light bulb or every little crack.
Right.
So let's talk about everyone's favorite organization, the HOA, which is the famous homeowners association, where a group of your neighbors will decide what color you can paint your house.
Yeah. So nothing strikes fear into homeowners faster than opening the mailbox and seeing a letter from your HOA that you did something you weren't supposed to.
Everybody dreads that. I mean,
it's like, oh no, what did I do?
I remember I still get my own condo in an association, and every time I get them, I'm like, oh God, what now?
Yeah.
It's like,
are they raising the HOA? Yeah. Am I being
slapped
in the hand
wrong?
for something?
It's freaking insane. So you've made it to suburbia when someone sends you a violation because your garbage can be was visible for 6 minutes.
Additional.
Yeah.
After the garbage.
After their allotted time.
So DOM means days on market. One of the most misunderstood numbers in real estate. It's simply the number of days a property has been actively listed for sale on our MLS, which is another one.
Yes.
Multiple listing service.
Exactly.
Some buyers think it's been listed for 120 days. Something must be wrong. But not necessarily. Sometimes the seller thinks their 3-bedroom house is worth beachfront Malibu prices.
And it isn't. So now we go, like I mentioned earlier, EMD. That's your earnest money deposit. Sounds really boring, and it is. But it's more like relationship therapy. It's a deposit that you put down to show the seller that you're serious about buying the property.
Yeah. And it's the buyer saying, I'm serious. The seller saying, prove it by giving me another $1,000.
Or more than $1,000.
Yeah, nowadays $1,000 isn't much.
No, it's not.
It's got to be
really?
10 or more.
So yeah, make sure your earnest deposit. I know you don't want to put a lot of money on the table or at risk, but it does show the seller that you're
Serious.
have skin in the game,
Yeah.
as I like to put it. So here's another one that confuses people: inspection, appraisal. Same thing.
Not even close. Completely different.
Yeah.
One tells you the roof is falling apart, and the other one tells you whether they should lend you $600,000 for the
Correct.
purchase of your home. It's pretty important difference.
Yes. So how about pre-qualified and pre-approved?
Oh my gosh, very different.
People use these interchangeably,
Yeah, no.
and they shouldn't. But I'll tell you, banks definitely do not,
No.
use them interchangeably.
No. Being pre-qualified is like telling your mom, I think I can run a marathon. Being pre-approved, it's actually crossing the finish line.
Correct. So then you have escrow, probably the weirdest word in real estate.
If you've never bought a house, escrow sounds like a villain from a Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
Escrow.
In reality, it's just the adult in the room. They're holding everyone's money until everybody behaves.
Yeah, pretty much. And here's one that sounds even more like a law school exam. Estoppel.
The first time I heard that word,
Estoppel.
obviously, when I was working in the law firm, I had never heard the word estoppel. And I was like, what word is that? Somebody made that shit up. Literally, true story. So it is a weird word.
Yeah, it is. But an estoppel is an actual document from the HOA or the condo association that tells the buyer exactly what the seller owes, if there are any violations, and what the fees are due before closing. So basically, if the seller is behind on anything.
Yes, it's just a word used to describe the document.
Yeah.
So when your realtor says the seller is asking for the highest and best,
That is an encouragement. They're not saying we believe in you. They're saying there are 5 other people trying to buy this house, so don't lowball me.
exactly. So here's another one that confuses a lot of people. CMA.
Oh.
No, it doesn't stand for Country Music Awards.
Oh, I love the Country Music Awards,
know.
actually. So, although sometimes the price the seller wants for their house deserves its own country song, doesn't always happen.
No, it doesn't. So, the CMA actually, it stands for Comparative Market Analysis. It's a report that we prepare comparing your home to similar properties in the area that have recently sold or are currently for sale or were listed but never sold. It just gives you a better idea as to where the market is and what you should or shouldn't expect.
Right. And here's something important. A CMA is not an appraisal. An appraisal is completed by a licensed appraiser, usually from the lender. And a CMA is prepared by a real estate professional like us to help buyers make competitive offers and sellers price their home strategically.
Yes, we're usually pretty close to an appraisal, but the appraisal goes more in depth with adjustments to the value of your pool, the new roof, or whatever floors you might have put.
Yeah.
Again, guys, you don't always get the same value that you paid for.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind. So the goal isn't to tell you what to hear, it's to tell you what buyers are actually willing to pay. And trust us, those are usually 2 very different numbers.
Yeah. And never be embarrassed to ask your realtor, like, what does that mean? Because buying a house is probably the biggest purchase of your life. You should ask those questions, and you don't need a translator to get through it. That's what
Right.
we're here for.
No. Now we know. I know we missed A lot. We didn't go through all
Yeah,
of
no,
the
there's too many,
acronyms that
but
we use. So every realtor that's watching this has come, has one acronym,
Yeah.
that they use way too much. And if you already knew most of these, congratulations. You can sit for the real estate exam.
Well, hopefully after today's episode, you won't need a translator. And the next time your realtor starts throwing, for the next time your realtor starts throwing these acronyms around.
Yes. And remember, there's no such thing as a dumb question in real estate. If someone says EMD or CMA or estoppel and you don't know what it means, ask.
Yeah,
It's your money, your contract, and one of the biggest decisions of your life.
absolutely. Yeah. And we
So-
covered a lot today, but trust us, we've only scratched the surface. Like realtors have enough acronyms to fill an entire dictionary.
We do.
It's a lot.
And this is nowhere near. We just kind of gave you the...
Yeah, the rundown,
The
maybe
rundown,
like 10
yeah.
of them.
Yeah, exactly. So here's your homework. Drop a comment below with the weirdest real estate term or acronym you've ever heard. Or one you've always wanted someone to explain. And we will be happy to explain it.
Yes, and if we get enough great suggestions, we'll bring them into part 2 and keep translating realtor into plain English.
Yes. So if you found this episode helpful, or you know someone who's buying, selling, renting, or investing, share it with them. You might save them from nodding along and pretending like they know what someone's talking about.
Absolutely. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Miami Realty Rundown.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And until then, stay informed, stay laughing, and we'll see you around South Florida.